Hello, everybody. I'm Miss Ande.
And I'm Morgan.
We're from the Lake Jackson Library, a branch of the Brazoria County Library System. And welcome to one big happy story time. Are you pretty excited?
I am excited.
Oh, I'm very excited. Today we're doing a traditional story, but with a little bit of surprise with people we know, which means we need to learn how to say it with our hands.
Yes.
It's important to find other ways to say something. So we're going to show you a series of signs. Can you put your hands up? I need you to put up 2 fingers on each hand. Pull them together and layer them. This is kind of fun. What do you think this word means?
I don't know.
Kind of looks like building.
It does.
Maybe construction worker. What about? That's one of my favorites. This is how we say postal worker. It looks like you're licking a stamp.
It does.
Ask your moms and dads about how that works. Oh, what about this? If you take your hand and make a claw and put it over your heart, that's the sign for police officer.
Like a badge.
Like a badge. Oh, wait. You know somebody else who works in our community? Who do you think that is? You're right. A fire worker. Firefighter. The people who drive fire trucks and fight fires for us. Let's see. Oh, this one's a lot of fun. Hold out your wrist and take your hand, but keep your thumb sticking out and tap your wrist. That's a doctor. Now we're getting to some of my favorites. These are all people who work in our community. That's our theme, but what about this? What is that? It might be somebody who helps us learn. We might see it at school.
Like a teacher.
You're right, a teacher. You know who my favorite community worker is?
Who?
You know what that is? A librarian. So we have the library and then a stack of books. Read those books. Those are a lot of signs we're throwing at you, but we hope that you'll remember them and help us in our story today. But before we can read our story, we have to say hello. Miss Morgan, how would you like to say hello?
I would like to say hello, high and low.
Hi and low. And I think I would like to do silly and serious.
Oh, okay.
And always nice. Rhythm is an important part of literacy, so if you can tap your legs and clap your hands, tap and clap. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello! That's always a lot of fun. Now can you be low like a grumpy old grandpa? My grandpa did a good grumpy voice. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Was that silly?
It was.
It was fun. Now, silly.
Silly.
No, actual silly. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as silly as we can. Now we have to be serious because that's the opposite of silly. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as serious as we can. Hello. That was really well done. Last time, nice. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as nice as we can. Hello! And welcome to our community workers story time. Pick your favorite sign. I really love librarian, but you could do doctor too, or firefighter. Oh, I really do love that one. You know, part of working with community workers is learning how to listen. Mm-hmm. And so one of my favorite poems to learn how to listen is how to learn our opposites and listen and do what we do. Do you think you can help us out here? We're going to do our opposites poem. Put your arms out. This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. I can tell they've been practicing. Very well done. Are you ready for your story?
I am.
Oh, let's do this story. Can we do the story together?
We can.
This is very exciting. So this story about our community workers is inspired by Brown Bear, which you can check out at the Brazoria County Library System. You can visit bcls.lib.tx.us and place your copy on hold. All right, are you ready?
I am.
Morgan, what do you see?
I see a community construction worker.
It is a community
He
construction
is.
worker. Do you remember how we say that with our hands? Well done. Construction worker, what do you see? I see a
Doctor.
doctor looking at me. Doctor, what do you see?
I see a postal worker.
Oh, this is my favorite. Postal worker looking at me. Postal worker, what do you see? I see a police officer looking at me. Oh, I took off the... Sometimes silly things happen. Can you put that for me? Thank you. Police officer, what do you see?
I see a firefighter.
Firefighter looking at me. Firefighter, what do you see? I see a librarian looking at me. Librarian, what do you see?
I see a teacher.
Teacher looking at me. Now here's the part we go, teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. Now we're going to ask and go back through and use our signs. Children, what do you see? You see a teacher, a firefighter, a librarian, a police officer, a postal worker, a doctor, and a construction worker. Thank you so much for reading with us today. That was a lot of fun. These are community workers, but sometimes I think we forget, what do they work with? I brought some pictures. Do you think that you can help us find out which tool or item goes with which community worker? It's a bit of a puzzle. Let's find out. How many community workers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 pictures to match. What is our first picture? Who might use a hammer? A doctor?
No.
A librarian?
Sometimes.
A construction worker. You're right. That goes right there. Matched that up. What else do I have? Ooh.
Mail.
This mail or letters? This one's really hard. A librarian?
Maybe not.
No. What about a fireman? No? Who works with letters? A postal worker. These are harder than I thought. I know. I'm going to reach over into my bag of doom. Here we go. Ooh, it's a puppy. Wait, the puppy is wearing a badge. Who wears a badge? Fireman wears a badge.
They do.
Librarians wear a badge. Not the right badge.
No.
Who might walk around with a puppy and be able to help us out? I think Miss Morgan was right. It is definitely the police officer. Okay. I think this is something you're supposed to be able to hear with. You're supposed to be able to hear a heart with it. I don't have to listen to hearts at the library.
No.
So not a librarian. What about a teacher? No?
No.
Who might need to listen to our heart? You're right, a doctor. Okay, we only have a few left.
It's upside down.
Well, that makes sense. It's upside down. Silly Miss Andy. All right, who uses a right side up blackboard? This is something that might be written on to help us learn. Yep. I know, it's definitely a librarian.
Do we have those at the library?
We do have a blackboard, but we just don't use chalk with it.
We don't.
So this probably doesn't belong to us. Who else helps us learn? A teacher. All right, only 2 pictures left. I know who uses this. It's definitely a librarian.
Definitely.
We've definitely got fire trucks at the library.
Super cool.
Well, at least in the toy areas we do.
We do.
But we don't actually drive a fire truck. Who drives a fire truck? You're right. A firefighter. That leaves one thing left.
It's a hard one.
This is very hard. It looks like a stack of books, which, if you ask your community workers, they all have to read books to learn about what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But where can they check out those books? At the library. We can definitely find books at the library.
Oh, that was on the wrong one. I did.
What? You were trying to tell us? Thank you so much for helping us out. That was pretty fun. I like that game. You know what else I like doing?
What?
Learning how to listen, but doing it to songs and actions, because it's important that we be able to listen to our teachers and our librarians and our firemen and our police officers and listening to our community workers is very important. So I brought a little game.
Okay. I'm
ready. I have, and I don't even know if you can see it. It may look like an invisible circle on your screen, but it's green. It's green because green means
go.
And yellow means
slow.
And red means stop. How do you know what those things mean, Miss Morgan?
I learned it.
You learned it at the library from your local police officers when they come to visit? Well, it's very important that we obey traffic for everybody's safety. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little song. And when I say, twirl your scarf, when I have the green light, but if I say, stop, you listened. Do you have something at home that you can twirl, like a sock or a scarf? All right, we're going to play this. And remember, green means go, yellow means slow, and red means stop. Here we go. We twirl and we twirl and we stop. We twirl and we twirl and we stop. We twirl and 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 we stop. Do you think you could wave your scarf up and down?
I could.
All right, here we go. We wave and we wave and we stop. We wave and we wave and we stop. We wave and 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 we stop. Can you toss your scarf up in the air?
I could.
Here we go. We toss and we toss and we stop. We toss and we toss and we stop. We toss and 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 we stop. You are listening! Thank you so much for playing a silly game. You should practice that at home if you have a chance. Oh no.
What?
It's time for us to go. The librarians have to go back to working with the community.
We do.
I've had fun, and I hope you have too. Please keep watching One Big Happy Storytime for future stories on our YouTube. And if not, you can stop in and ask any of us questions about when the next video will come up. So now we're going to tickle the clouds. Have you ever tickled the clouds before, Miss Morgan?
I have not. Teach me how.
Let's learn this together. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Tickle the clouds. Tickle your toes. Turn around and tickle your nose. Reach down low. Good job. Reach up high. Story time's over. Wave goodbye. I'm going to wave like a butterfly. Goodbye, goodbye. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on our next One Big Happy Story Time.